inside Buc Update Central, where we take you through the week that was in ETSU athletics. I'm Parker Schwartz. Well, we still have a lot going on because it's the crossover season between the fall and winter sports. That means we have non-conference action for the men's and women's basketball teams, as it was the start of the postseason for ETSU volleyball in Birmingham, as the men's soccer team took on Virginia Tech in the first round of the NCAA tournament in Blacksburg. But first, we'll start with the triumph for ETSU football against the ranked Samford Bulldogs at Kermit-Tipton Stadium. Let's go to the highlights.
No one had ETSU penciled in to win this one. The Bucs a heavy underdog against the number 18 ranked Bulldogs. And things off to a good start for the visitors. A 4-yard touchdown for back Rolando Adams. And after an ETSU field goal, Samford's Carondis Larry from 14 yards out after a Buccaneer turnover. It was 14-3 Bulldogs well into the first half. That would be all for the visiting offense. Time for the Bucs to turn up the dials in the third on a 4th and long. Herring found Drake Powell for 17 yards to extend the drive, and the leading receiver over the past 2 seasons, Dalton Ponchilla, brings in the touchdown. 24 yards out, ETSU now within 2. Defense stepping up, giving Austin Herring a final drive to get some points. He finds Kobe Kelly for 11 yards. The next play, Drake Powell, 27, chunking it downfield. Ball all the way to the Samford 17-yard line, and J.J. German had to be the hero. He makes it, and the Bucs cap off the season with a win over a ranked opponent, the first against a rated foe since 2001. ETSU 5-6 on the season, 3 wins better than last year's total, and Coach Torbush sure was a happy camper after this one. For the first time since 2013, soccer in the NCAA tournament in Blacksburg. Hokies with the early momentum, and off a set piece, Nico Kwashi puts Tech up 1-0. Quiet first half for the Bucs offensively. In the second, Fletcher Eckern off the mark. Mitchell Secatello the same. The sterling opportunity here for Javier Alberto, but it wasn't meant to be. The Bucs finished the season with 12 wins, a SoCon regular season title, and their first at-large bid to the tournament in program history. Lindsey Devine's team won the SoCon regular season in Birmingham to try for the NCAAs. Their first match, a 3-1 triumph over Furman. That's the opponent ETSU slid past in Johnson City to end the home schedule unbeaten. And this one, the Bucs 15 blocks to Furman 7, a season high in the category for the blue and gold. A great .244 hitting percentage, 2 players at double-doubles. Riley Milhorn, the junior from Kingsport, with 19 kills, 17 digs, and Brianna Allman, 15 kills and 14 digs. Outside hitter A.J. Lux with 12 kills off the bench as the Bucs cruised to day 2 against the home team. Samford, a far greater test, and the Bucs end their season with a straight sets loss. All-conference performer Aaron Bogner, too much to handle. 16 kills for the Bulldogs, and the Bucs hit just 115 and lose their first match of the season to Samford. ETSU 22 wins, 8 losses, a SoCon regular season title, and a perfect record at home, a win-chalked campaign, one of the best in program history. Only game to recap for the men in Wilmington, a tough Seahawks team that ran past the Bucs in Johnson City last season. Bucs keeping it close early as TJ Cromer pulls up for a jumper to tie it at 12. Seahawks on a run, getting a 10-point lead, a run out by CJ Bryce as the Bucs went down 10, and a dunk by Hunter Mascara-Perea closed it a little bit, one of the only major highlights of the blue and gold. Second half controlled by the Bucs for the most part, but UNCW hung on to win 68-59. This past Tuesday, the women's basketball team had a chance of a lifetime. They got to host the Lady Vols at the Mini Dome in front of the largest crowd in the history of the program. Let's send it out to Johnson City. A historic evening last Tuesday as ETSU women's basketball hosting the Lady Vols for the first time since 1981. First quarter, Mallory Schur gathers it off the floor to give the Bucs a basket lead. Later, Carly Litton draining it from downtown. A sweet start for the home team. The Bucs up 4 midway through the first quarter. Tennessee proceeded for a 22-4 run, taking the lead for good. Impressive game to walk away from, though, for the blue and gold, who forced 16 Tennessee turnovers, with the bench outscoring Tennessee's 32-19. A historic moment for women's athletics in the region as Tennessee wins 83-58 in front of a record crowd, 6,072 fans strong. The loss did not faze the Bucs Sunday against Winthrop. All Shamaria Bridges from the first whistle. Bridges' 3 tray balls in the first half, helped out by Tiana Tartar as the Bucs stormed to an 11-point lead, and Winthrop closed the gap to tie it at 30 before the half. But ETSU's bench too deep, newcomers, with half of ETSU's 32 points in the second half, as Brittany Ezel's group back to over 500 with a 62-45 victory.
Well, congratulations to both the ETSU volleyball team and the men's soccer team on winning their regular season championships, falling just short this past week, but some of their best seasons in program history. Next week, we get into the teeth of the non-conference basketball schedules. Want to thank our entire crew for their hard work on this episode. It has been Buc Update Central, and I've been Parker Schwartz.